Hello friends, welcome back to another video. I'm joined by the Indomitable. Hey.
Hi. It's me, Indomitable, the man who will consume all media.
How'd you like my short of you yesterday?
You like to love Rue. Every opinion you have is invalid.
That's, you know what, fine. I'll take that. But let me just If you got to the end of the short, which I know you didn't, I said like I could have given you much worse, and then I
know you could have. If you actually watched my video, I mentioned that it's like I know he could have given me worse, and that's what's really sadistic about this.
Yeah, it's so funny. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So anyways, we're gonna be talking about JoJo's today, and I thought, what other person has caught up to JoJo's in our friend group? And I'm like, there's only one person, and it's you. So I'm like, oh, might as well just do it.
Yes.
Might as well go along with it. So just in case you're wondering, this is going to be parts 3 through 8. We will not be covering JoJo Lands, even though we both are caught up on it. If you want to check out our JoJo Land videos, you can actually check them out on our channels.
I have a whole playlist about it.
Yeah, we covered basically all the recent chapters, starting with chapter 1. So we've been doing lots of great things there. I've been enjoying JoJo Land so far.
I've been very heavily enjoying JoJo's Land.
Yeah.
Again, monthly reviews every time a chapter drops.
Yeah, and at this pace, we're going to be doing this for another 20 years.
Yep. By then there will be a part 7 anime, and they'll finally announce part 8 once part 9 finishes. Wraps up. So I can't wait for our part 10 videos in 20 years.
Oh yeah, our part 10 videos are going to go so hard. But yeah, anyways, if you want to check out part 9, definitely go check out those videos because we worked very hard on it, and I'm really proud of how they turned out. Our discussions are very insightful. And let's start off by talking about jumping from part 9 to part 3 with, of course, our boy
Star Platinum, a classic.
And I just made a mistake. We're gonna do it one more time. Sorry for those watching. I forgot to hit record on my screensaver. That's why I'm like,
Oh my god.
That would have been bad. I would have gone through the whole tier list. Okay, now we're recording. And now let's go. All right.
Mitchell wasn't recording. Yes, our boy, Star Platinum.
Our boy, Star Platinum. We technical difficulties aside, let's talk about how he deserves to be on this list. Should we just go into the motions of saying what are the good things about Star Platinum? What makes him a good stand?
I just think he's really cool. Like, I mean, this is back when, stands were just like, they had the one thing to them.
They punch.
They punched, exactly. They punched. They shot fire, Yeah. It wasn't like the complicated, like, math equations that you gotta go through, like, nowadays. But, like,
yeah.
He's like, the first stand we meet, he's just cool. He punches fast and he punches hard, and Jotaro uses him in like the funniest possible ways.
Yeah.
I still laugh all the time whenever I watched the Steely Dan episode.
Yes.
Where he just beats the shit out of him at the end after like being annoyed with him for a whole day.
Yes.
Is he the most complex and complicated stand? Absolutely not. But you know what? There's something like nice about simple, especially when stands were being first introduced.
Yeah, and he's
all you need is like
second. No, he's the first stand we see in part 3, because
the evil spirit. Yes.
Yeah. So just that introduction and really a departure, and he literally brought a new wave to JoJo, because before in part 1 and 2 it was Hamon, and so this is like our first introduction to stands, and like he's like the base. Like he's a very
punching star fingers.
Like he's like a standard stand.
Yeah.
Where it's like very
even
basic.
with like the plot twist at the end of like Stardust Crusaders.
Yeah.
He's still very basic, but he's still like the base,
But he's so cool.
All stands
he's
are,
so
like,
cool
come
though.
after.
Yeah, and
he's so awesome.
I love his design too. I love the purple.
Yeah.
And like,
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of purple.
Yes.
Purple is an amazing color.
Purple's really cool. So I personally think that he should not go into S but in A.
I think that's fair.
Because I don't want to put him in S because there's so many better stands I think are so much cooler.
Yeah.
But then again, I think he's also such a great stand that you can't put him high up. So I personally think if we do A, he needs to stay at the top of A. Yeah. Or near the top, unless there's like a stand that we think it feels better, right?
No, I entirely agree with that. Like I don't think he just makes it into S tier, but I also think he has to be high up. No.
Yeah, well, to me, I want to reserve S tier for the ones that go above and beyond. Like
I get that.
Yeah. And okay, so we're also talking about stands in terms of power, and not just also like the user themselves too. Because if we get to stands later, specifically in part 4. We can't do that to that one stand because of his user.
Yeah.
Yes. So anyways, let's move on to Abdul's stand.
Magician's Red.
And I actually love the stand too. I think it's very versatile, has lots of uses compared to Star Platinum. Now it's not as strong, I feel.
Yeah.
In terms of like being physical, but
I feel like there could have been more done with Magician's Red. Magician's Red is unfortunately, because I just rewatched all of part 3 with Misael. As we were going through it his first time. And Magician's Red is painfully underutilized. And from what I've been able to find out, it's mainly because Araki realized he doesn't like drawing or dealing with like fire abilities. But Araki didn't realize that until after he made Magician's Red, and that's why there's never been a stand with fire powers since.
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah. I feel like I could like him a lot more, but I feel like, he's very underutilized. And I think that really hurts him.
Well, like the problem for me is I want to put him in A, but I also have to take out, because we're dealing with just the stands, not the user themselves too.
Right.
So Abdul, to me, if we counted Abdul, he'd be an A under Star Platinum. But since it's just the stand alone, and based on what you've been saying, which it makes sense. I didn't even know about that with Araki not liking to draw fire. Do you want to put him in B?
I think B.
Just B, and then we can let him move depending on like what stands.
Depending on how we feel later, we could move him to low A, but like I don't know. I feel again, I like Magician's Red, but he has to like high middle of the list, honestly.
Yeah. I mean he's not average though. He's not average and like he's not the worst. So I think that's pretty much a big compliment still. B's still a B, It's still pretty good. It's above average.
That's the passing.
Yeah.
You're above average.
You're above average, Magician's Red. Now let's move on to Hermit Purple, which I know you have thoughts.
Sucks.
You have thoughts about it. I'm gonna I want you to get your rant out of the way, and then I'll talk about my point of view.
Joseph deserved a much better stand than Hermit's Purple. What does it do? It's vines that he has to punch a camera in order to get spirit photography. Other than that, Joseph, he's a smart guy, so he's able to use it like fucking Spider-Man. But other than that, it's so useless in fights and stuff. The only time it was useful is when Jotaro had to distract somebody. Jotaro had to distract somebody. It was the second Derby fight.
Yeah.
So Joseph could cheat for him in the video game, and then the fight against Dio. That the only reason Hermit Purple was any amount of use in that fight is because he wrapped the stand in Hamon and then used it to wrap around his whole body.
Okay. Question. Are we counting Hamon as the stand?
No, Hamon is not part of the stand.
It is part of the stand.
Stands are two different things. No, it is not, Mitchell. They are two different things. I'm sorry. It's not. They're different. Hermit Purple is such a lame fucking stand.
See, here's the thing. I would say that, but then to me, we've seen war stands, and I'm like, Hermit Purple at least has some uses compared to those stands.
That's because the user is Joseph Joestar, the smartest man on earth.
Okay, fair. I keep. You have to separate what the stand from the stand user.
I know. And stand-wise, it's just an awful stand. And
dude, imagine if Joseph had Star Platinum.
Yeah. Oh my God, Dio would have stood no chance.
Oh my.
That's what I'm saying though. Like, you give Hermit Purple to like someone like say Polnareff, and then like you just see how useless that stand like it truly is.
Okay.
Like, I love Polnareff, but he was very much a brute force guy.
Okay. To me, I think out of all the stands, it could have been much worse.
Yeah. No, it could have been. He could have got the you look at my back, you die stand.
Yeah.
So it's not the worst.
So I personally, I think low C.
Okay. I was gonna say like D, but sure, low C is fine.
Cause here's the thing. We're gonna get to some pretty bad stands where they end up like they're just kind of useless, or like if you're attacked, like for example, like you know how like there's like stands that are bugs and stuff, right?
Yeah.
If you punch the bug, it hurts the user. I feel like with Hermit Purple, you have that kind of defense where it's more like a whip, so it's harder to injure the user than say those stands, right?
That's
why I think he may. I'm gonna put it in C, but I think it may go in low C. Like, I won't say D, because I think D should be reserved for bad stands, and then the most awful stands in F. But
all right,
I don't think Hermit Purple is that bad. I think Hermit Purple still has its use. Now let's move on to our favorite stand right over here.
Hierophant.
Yes.
Oh my God. Kakio. Oh man.
Okay, I think we run into the same issue with Magician's Red here. We're heavily
underutilized.
Because like think about it. Kakyoin comes back into the fight. He's like, I'm ready to fight, and then he loses the first one and then dies the second one. So
as I rewatched it with Misael, I could count the Kakyoin's like solo wins. It was 2.
Yeah.
He beat Tower of Grey on the plane, and then he beat and then he beat the baby.
Yeah.
that was it.
Yeah.
That was his win record.
Okay, but to be fair, is it a result of the stand being useless, or is it a result of him just being underutilized in the series?
It's the stand being underutilized, because I feel like you get a lot out of the Emerald Splash and the fact that it can possess people and be string like. Yeah.
Also, it's like it has ranged attacks too.
Yeah, it has ranged. It's ranged and close, so that's like that's really powerful. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, it was painfully underutilized.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I guess Araki was still like trying to figure out stands. But
yeah, I still, to me, it's one of my favorite designs though for stands in Part 3.
It's a great design. I love its design.
Yeah. I love Emerald Splash too. I think visually, I think he's one of my favorite stands out of Part 3.
Oh, absolutely.
So the question remains. See, I'm gonna put him, and I don't know if you feel the same. I like to put him in B, but I don't know if it's gonna go above Magician's Red or under. Because they've both been underutilized.
I was personally thinking B, but above Magician's Red.
You know what? I can get behind that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was utilized just a little bit more while still being. Well, they were both still like almost equally underutilized.
Yeah, and the fact that he was able to sort of use it. Like the fact that he was able to use like a ranged attack just to get the message across to Joseph, which then gave the message to Jotaro to win the day at the end, right?
Yes.
So it did have like its final blow where he like helped defeat Dio, Magician's Red, but like in a more direct way. Yeah. And also, okay. That's just it. So let's jump straight into our favorite stand over here.
Oh, that's high A, baby.
High A.
Chariot.
Okay, but does it go above Star Platinum or below?
You know what? Might as well just put fucking Silver Chariot in. Silver Chariot that goes into S. I mean, like.
You think it deserves an S?
No, I'm joking, but like it's Silver Chariot.
Okay, no, but here's the thing. You have to separate the stand from the stand. I want to say art from the artist, but it's like the stand from the stand user.
I am separating Polnareff from right now, just thinking like Silver Chariot and like Silver Chariot.
It's a cool stand. Don't get me wrong.
It's so fast sword, yeah.
But like it's also kind of useless in a fight.
I mean. Next to Jotaro in Star Platinum, Polnareff and Silver Chariot have the second most wins in Stardust Crusader.
Well, he does, but it's like but when you're like facing against someone like Vanilla Ice, right? Mm-hmm. The stand is kind of useless. Like it was only because Iggy was able to help him fake it out with the Fool.
That's true.
So it's like in like a direct like if it was Star Platinum versus Silver Chariot, which you saw.
It would probably be Star Platinum.
Yeah, and Star Platinum won because when Polnareff was possessed. So.
All right. In that case, A, but under Star Platinum.
Do you think it's above Magician's Red?
Yeah, because it was actually utilized.
Okay.
It was actually utilized throughout the story, so I get to see like its full speed and strength as well as its skill.
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fair.
The Fool was utilized more than Magician's Red.
Oh my goodness! I can't believe Iggy showed up halfway through like part 3, and then barely did anything with his stand, and still did more than the two over here.
Yeah, it still did more than both Hierophant Green and Magician's Red from Abdul and Kakyoin. It's incredible.
Yeah,
what
but,
dog?
Okay. But the problem. Oh yeah, that was our conversation about like animal stands earlier. Remember?
They're how fucking insane they are.
How insanely powerful they are. Like that freaking bird that we're gonna get to.
We'll get to the bird.
Okay, I think personally, I think it should go. Should it go under or over Silver Chariot?
The Fool?
Yeah. Okay, so think about it this way. If Polnareff was facing against the bird, do you think he would have lived? Or would he need help?
He would definitely need help. This is Polnareff we're talking about.
Yeah, and then I'm talking about like stand abilities, right?
Even
like a stand versus stand.
With Silver Chariot, yeah.
Yeah, and Iggy with his stand, because I think the being able to control sand like Sandman was like extremely versatile for Iggy.
Okay, yeah, all right. I say I
think above.
Put it above Silver Chariot.
Yeah. Also, I mean the user's a goat, so.
Yeah.
I mean, he sacrificed himself. He deserves to be above. Okay, let's go into the world.
The world.
Yeah. Can we just put this where it belongs under
Yeah.
Star Platinum, because it's basically the same thing.
They're the same exact stand. They are exactly the same. Do you know what the original plan for the world was?
What was it?
The original plan for the stand was it was every stand we saw in the series up to that point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then Araki decided, nah, that's too much. Stops time. That's why in like the first episode, you can see him use Dio use Hermit Purple, because that was like teasing at the idea of the world being like every single stand.
You know what? That's fair.
But because remember, part 3 was originally supposed to be the end of it.
Yeah.
There was no part 4 in mind until like a little, because part 4 only exists because Araki wanted to explore the idea of stands more.
Yeah. Which my gosh, he did great.
Yes.
Yeah, he did an amazing job. Okay.
All right, Tower of Grey.
I was gonna say the next
it's
one.
a fly. Yeah, Tower of Grey, the fucking fly.
Yeah.
Tower of Grey, fucking lame as fuck. It's a fly that like writes massacre on the wall and kills people in their sleep. Like,
yeah.
oh, whoop-de-fucking-do. Any stand can kill people in their fucking sleep. There's a stand that just kills you if you look at the
Also, you have to understand, this is like the first enemy one of the first enemies they face. I think it's the first one. No?
It's the one right after Kakyoin.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, because Kakyoin was
on the airplane, and they almost crashed. Yeah. Wait, don't they almost crash the airplane?
No, they do crash the airplane. That's Joseph's third crash.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think the stand was just there to be something to punch or overcome. But I also don't think it's necessarily bad. So, I think D.
All right, that's pretty fair. I was thinking around D too. So
yeah, because I'm like, at least it doesn't kill you. It could be much worse.
It could be much worse.
All right, so let's move on to the next one, which I actually like this stand.
Dark Blue Moon is actually a pretty good stand.
I actually think he's. I also like the reveal of like who the stand user is.
Yes, Imposter Captain Tennille.
Yeah, because they're like, wait, you're not the captain. It's like, oh shoot, you know.
Right. No, I love Jotaro, being the smartass he is and being like, I found a way to like figure out stand users from like smelling cigarette smoke, and they get like a vein popping, and everybody checks and it's like, nah, that was a total bluff. That's just straight up nonsense I just said. And then it's like, but the fact that you checked is proof enough. So let's go, dumbass.
Yeah. What a Giga Chad. I think in terms, okay, so the problem with this stand, in my opinion, is in the water, it's like insanely overpowered.
But outside of water, it becomes useless. Yeah.
And it just so happens that like takes place over water.
Yeah. So if they were not on a boat, this man would have been completely useless.
Yeah.
So that definitely nerfs it.
I think in terms of stands, especially if they go to Egypt. If they fought him in Egypt, he would lose immediately. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no chance in Egypt.
So I think, should we put him in? I want to put him in high B.
Yeah, that's entirely fair. High B.
High B, because he's not underutilized because he does a lot for his episode, but he's also useless on land. So it kind of like nerfs him. So I would love to put him in A with all the others, but like just that fact that it's just useless in land is pretty bad.
It's forever strength.
Yeah. Let's move on to
let's ignore this one.
Strength. Oh yeah, monkey.
It's the orangutan.
Monkey. Yeah. I just think the stand is just.
It's dumb. Just a boat.
It's just a mirage.
Boat.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally just a boat that the monkey can control.
I want to put him. I want to put him low D.
All right, fine.
Yeah, I want to put him in low D because at least it does pose like it does pose a threat. And I want to reserve F for the ones that literally kill yourself. Literally kills you.
Okay. All right. Anyways, Ebony Devil.
Ebony Devil.
Yeah. It's basically just Chucky. If you've ever seen any Chucky movie, that's Ebony Devil. But
which one was this one? I'm pulling it now.
It was the doll in the hotel room that pulled.
Oh, okay.
He had to kill the guy first or whatever like that, and then the anger goes into the doll. Like, I don't know. Like, it seems very complicated to activate. It's like you have to stab me and make me angry, and then the stand activates, and so that's definitely like a nerf. But
that was actually one of my favorite episodes. It's because it's Polnareff facing off.
Oh, right? No, that was
a great episode, and I like the stand too because it actually is like pretty threatening. I would love to put him in. Can we put him low B?
Yeah, low B is fine.
Perfect. Let's move on to another great stand, by the way. I love this stand.
Oh, Yellow Temperance?
Yeah, Yellow Temperance. I thought it's just really cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's morph his whole body, disguise.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, there was like another thing you could do.
Couldn't it disintegrate stuff?
Yeah, I could also do that, so.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, consumes flesh to grow in size.
Yes.
So it was like invincible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then.
Yeah, that's a pretty strong one.
Yeah. Also can. Yeah. How did they beat him again? Didn't they like drain? They did something.
He like punched him into the water. I don't remember.
Or
he ran away and then like fought him in the water, and that like worked somehow. I don't remember actually.
It's just JoJo's. It's JoJo's. I mean, there's so many sand battles, we can't remember all of them. But in terms of sand, I think it did a lot. So I would actually put him under B. So under.
At the end of B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where would you put him?
I was probably thinking like high C, honestly.
High C? Oh, okay, we could do that.
Yeah.
High C. I mean, I don't remember him too much, so I'm fine with putting him in C.
It's like in terms of like, you know, like, yeah, like there was a threat because like, you know, he was like hard to take down, and you know the disguise thing is cool, but like, you know, comparing it to like other stands, you know, like Star Platinum in the world, like it's not, you know, it's not that much of a powerhouse.
You know what? Fair. That's fair. All right, let's move on to our next one.
Oh, Hanged Man.
Hanged Man.
Yeah.
Is this the?
It's Jay Giles, the reflection.
Yeah, the guy who killed his Polnareff's.
The one that killed Polnareff's sister. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his stand.
See, I thought his stand was super overpowered. When they fought him, because the stakes, like one, the emotional stakes were high because it's Polnareff.
It's Polnareff's sister.
Like his whole motivation to joining the crew. And then
2 Avdol just died for the first time.
Yeah, so he does a lot. I would. Okay, where would you put him?
God, that's what I'm trying to think, because like I'm trying to remember his exact powers, because I remember like the big twist was he's not actually a man in like a mirror, like he's not actually a man in the mirror, because as Kakyoin said, there is no mirror world. Despite in part 5 we get a stand whose whole thing is mirror world.
Yeah. True nature is that light base stand can only persist, and he's only able to jump mirror to mirror. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why he's able to attack.
Oh, he only. Okay, so wrist knives, basically. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely like powerful. I mean, he probably is gonna go in B. Maybe. I would say B most likely, but I'm trying to figure out maybe like above Ebony Devil.
Okay. I can get behind that. I was thinking B2, like low B. Yeah. I was actually thinking under, but over is fine too. Like I'm not gonna complain about that. Let's.
Anyways, Emperor, put
S tier.
That in S tier.
S tier. S tier.
And put that in S where it belongs. It's Horus. Yeah. Put it in S where that belongs. All right.
I mean, did anyone disagree?
No one's gonna disagree with putting Emperor in S. It's the goated stand from the goat himself. The entire gun from entire stallion, like. I
mean, from the whole horse, dude.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, let's actually, where should we actually put our boy? Like, I think he's a good stand. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a good stand.
I mean, yeah, it's a great stand, but like again, it's just a gun, and he can control where the bullet goes.
Yeah.
So.
It's like a less evolved version of Mista's.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would put it above these two.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. All right. Next we have Empress, which
was lame.
Empress was, yeah. Well, it was kind of weird. I like the concept and like Joseph freaking out. Like,
I liked the episode because it like finally a Joseph-focused episode where he gets to be his silly self. Yeah. He even said the thing about your next line is, which he had not said that entire like part 3 so far. So it's like, oh yes, this is classic Joseph shenanigans. But also Empress is like a really weird and not that good of a stand, especially in comparison to like the ones we've looked at so far.
Yeah.
I'm either thinking like low C or high D.
I'll put a high D. I think high D because I also am not that big of a fan of Empress. Yeah. But anyways, moving on.
Wheel of Fortune. It's just a car.
It's a car that's cool.
Yeah, it's just a car.
Honestly, put him under Whole Horse.
All right.
Put him under Whole Horse's stand. I thought the car was cool.
Yeah, it's a car. And Yaba's Justice is Yaba's Justice is terrifying.
Which one was this one? Was this the lady? Right?
Yeah, it was the mom of Jay Guile who had like the zombies with the cloud.
With the cloud and the mist, right?
Yeah, Justice is terrifying.
Justice is it's like a straight up like you resurrect zombies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly think if it wasn't for the fact that Star Platinum, had the bullshit ability of breathing in really hard, they would have lost.
Yeah, they would have been so screwed.
Justice is an incredibly powerful stand. It is definitely one of the higher end ones.
Yeah.
Plus, I think it's a really cool design of like the skull in the clouds.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I also like the fact that you really have the advantage pretty much anywhere. You just need prep time to make it like a ghost sound. Yeah. Can we put this? I'll put it should we put it above Whole Horse? Or should we put it above the water person?
Honestly, I was thinking like the A maybe for this one. I think it's a really cool stand.
We're an A. Low A or where were you thinking?
Low A. Like probably like low A. Honestly.
Low A. You know what? That's fair.
Yeah.
I like it too. See, I was thinking like the more I was thinking about, I'm like, yeah, this stand, because we're not just talking about just the user. This stand is so overpowered.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I agree. Now let's move on to our next one.
Oh, the lovers. That was Steely Dan. It was the tiny one that infected Joseph's brain.
Yeah, the lovers.
I mean, it is kind of powerful because like you kill the user, that means the person that he infected with the stand also dies.
Yeah, and so it's like it's tough to beat, right?
Yeah. So like you can't fight because like he'll infect your friend, and you hit him, your friend also gets hurt. That's why it's so tough to beat. That's why they had to wait till they got it out of Joseph, was because they couldn't fight Steely Dan without injuring the old man.
Yeah. So in terms of stand abilities, I think that's actually pretty strong. Where were you thinking about putting the lovers?
Probably either like low B or high A. No,
low B or high A?
I said that. I just had the worst misspeak ever. I meant the exact opposite of that. High B, low A.
I like to put him in high B. Because, again, there's a way to undo it.
Yeah.
And you only can take out one person too, compared to like the other stands. So yeah.
Right.
But it's also most versatile in any environment, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Anyways, the sun.
The sun. Yeah.
This is the funniest stand here. Like.
The sun. The sun. See, here's the problem with the sun. The sun's an overpowered stand.
It's so overpowered.
And it deserves to be in low A at the minimum. But then if you figure out the trick.
Idiot. Yeah, if you figure out where the user is, you win.
Yeah, so
they didn't even learn the guy's name. They just threw a rock at him and he was defeated.
Yeah. So
Arabia Fast.
I think he's like
it's literally the unmatched power of the sun. That's how incredibly strong it is. Yeah. But unfortunately, again, once you find the user, it's done. He's
I think it's like Dark Blue Moon. Like that stand. Where it's like very useful if only certain conditions are met and it's not in a certain environment, right? Once the conditions aren't met, it's like useless. I actually want to put it under. I would put it under Dark Blue Moon.
That's entirely fair.
Sick. All right, let's get to the baby.
Mandatory Death 13. This is actually a terrifying stand because it's Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, but a baby controls it too.
But a baby controls it. Like Nightmare on Elm Street is actually, I think, one of the better horror movie concepts because like it's in the dream world. You have to fall asleep eventually. There's no avoiding it.
Yeah.
And that's what makes Death 13 such a terrifying stand. Is like you have to go to sleep.
Yeah, Death 13 is Plus the fact that they didn't even know who the user was.
Yeah, the only one who even knew about it was Kakyoin.
And it was so funny, like him trying his best to help them. Oh man.
I actually did like that plot twist. It was like, because Kakyoin was knocked out when he had his stand activated, the stand can enter the dream world with him. It's like, as long as it was on him, it's okay to enter the dream world. It's like, well, damn, the baby just fucked up.
Yeah. So if he hadn't been knocked out with his stand activated, they would have lost.
Yeah.
So it's funny they only won because they were lucky.
Yeah. That's how powerful Death 13 is. So.
I want to put him. Can we put him in? Should we put him in S?
Yeah, let's put him in S.
Because I'm like there's no way you can you can't beat him with Star Platinum. You can't beat him with the World. You can't beat him with any of the people in A.
You go to sleep, you're screwed. Like that is it. That's the end of the story.
Yeah. It only the baby lost to the MILF enjoyer.
Yeah, exactly. Classic MILF enjoyer Kakyoin.
Classic dub. Let's jump straight into the next one, which is Judgement. Woo!
Yeah, Cameo's Judgement. Have you? Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of lame. I'll be honest with you. I mean, like, I like the.
I'm trying to remember what Judgement is.
Judgement was the one that like. Have you ever think Aladdin? But
they think it's the genie, but it's
not. They think it's the genie, and like he makes like replicas of what like Polnareff is like asking for. Is like, bring back my sister and Avdol, and then like he makes the mud version of the sister. And
honestly, this stand was more of a plot device more than anything.
It was more of a plot device than like anything. I don't think it's that useful or powerful.
Yeah, I don't know. I think. It was just a way to get Avdol back, remember?
It 100% was, yeah.
So I would put him... Can we put him... See, I want to put him in low D, but I hate... I freaking hate... What is it? The strength so much.
Strength.
So I'll put him above.
Alright, that's entirely fair. Again, it's not a lot to say on... Like... It's kind of just a lame stand that was there for a plot reason. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to our next one.
High Priestess.
High Priestess, yes.
Yeah, Midler's High Priestess.
Yeah.
I like the concept that it could morph the sea minerals. I don't know if it can morph other minerals. I think it was like, very adamant on like, the ones in the sea. Oh, I'm going to look at this real fast. I liked how you never saw the stand user, and it became a quest for JoJo fans just to find what she looks like. Because when they beat her, you just see her crumpled body on the surface. I don't even think in the manga she appears. I think the first time Araki ever drew an image for her
was for the video game.
Was for a fighting game. Yeah, they needed a sprite. It was like, oh, okay, I can make one.
It does it really quickly. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It just says mineral possession reformation, which I mean, okay, that could be pretty powerful.
Well, the problem is in water, amazing.
Yeah.
But
again in the desert.
Yeah. So
where they are in Egypt.
See, here's the thing though. I would put it. Okay, I want to say it's the same as. Hold on, let me pull up the name. Dark Blue Moon.
Yeah.
I think High Priestess is the same as Dark Blue Moon, but I don't know if we should put it above or below. Can we just put it below and say it's the same? Because it's pretty much the same.
I was going to say above because I feel like it was just a little bit more threatening.
Oh, wait, could it... Oh, wait, no, yeah, because it could attack in the ship, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, because it could shapeshift, right?
Yeah, it could shapeshift.
Oh, yeah, now I remember now. I forgot about that part. Yeah, we can put it above. But yeah, it's kind of the same thing where it's like, if they weren't in water, if they weren't in that submarine, they would have beaten her easily. Next one we have...
In Duel's Geb. Yeah. It's the water in the desert.
Yeah. The one that kills the poor, what is it?
The poor, fucking Speedwagon Foundation employees.
Yeah, I feel so bad for them.
And then, like, almost blinded Kakyoin. Like, I think this is honestly a terrifying stand because we have had water stands that are like only useful in water. This is a water stand that is useful in the desert.
Yeah. Also, like, if he gets into your water, like, you're
fucked.
Like, you're fucked because,
like,
if you beat him, you have no water, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he deserves to be in high B, low A.
Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely. I can agree.
Where would you like to put him?
I would say low A. Honestly.
Low A. Fair.
Yeah.
Let's put him there. All right, next person.
All right, Oingo's Khnum. I'm definitely butchered that pronunciation. It's Egyptian gods. Am I right?
Yeah.
It is okay. It's basically just a lame yellow temperance. Like, I love the Oingo Boingo episodes, but it's yellow temperance, but only the face.
Yeah.
Even then, it's not that good of a joke.
Well, he has to team up with another stand. That's how.
Yeah, his brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how.
His brother who predicts the future.
Yeah.
So stick him in D.
Can we put him in high D?
Sure.
Because at least he's not these.
Yeah, at least he's not those. Anyways, and then his brother's fucking book, Boingo's Tohth. It's a book that predicts the future, but if you get the slightest thing wrong, then you're just completely fucked. So again, this is not a very useful or powerful stand.
Yeah.
I mean, like, potentially it could be useful if, they actually followed what the book was telling.
Okay, but here's the thing. We have to remove the stand from the stand user.
Yeah, but unfortunately, this is a stand that heavily relies on its user. So because it's a book, Mitchell. It is a book that you have to read.
Can we put him in low C?
Sure.
Because I don't know. I feel wrong about putting it because it's still it could be a pretty powerful stand.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's been nerfed.
Yeah.
And we can't really see its potential.
And then Anubis, it's the evil sword.
Evil sword.
You toss that bitch in a river and you beat him.
Yeah. You just have to figure out his trick to win.
Yeah.
I would put him low C under the book.
Low C under the book. Okay.
Or would you put him above the book?
I'd probably put him above the book, honestly.
You know what? Fair. Let's put him above the book.
Because there was still a threat when Polnareff got him, but.
Yeah. Next.
Mariah's Bastet. This one is actually a pretty useful and powerful stand.
Yeah.
Touch the electrical outlet, you're now magnetized.
Also, the user, Araki, just had to make her like one of the baddest women in all
one
of
of the
JoJo.
Baddest.
And then do one of the worst things ever by crushing her. Which was really funny. Oh, man.
Yeah. That whole, like arc with her was that
was one of my favorite episodes, hands down.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Bastet.
Bastet is pretty good.
Yeah. Let's
probably like high B, honestly.
I would say high, like the highest B.
Yeah.
Because she almost won. Had it not been for Joseph and Abdul's shenanigans, she would have had it in the bag. Like, yeah, it's pretty powerful. Like Joseph, like what is it? Joseph and Abdul, like, what if we crush you in between us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Next one is.
This was the one that turned Polnareff into a child.
Oh, this one. This was a really funny one. I like this one too. Man, these last couple episodes, I've been actually. These are the funny episodes.
Yeah. They just kind of goofed around in Egypt until they finally made it to Dio's house.
Yeah, until they took it seriously. So actually, part 2 of part 3, like the second half, like the latter half, is actually pretty fun. Now that I think about it.
They fought Geb, and then they fought a bunch of like silly people, and then they, gambled against Darby, and then it got serious again.
Yeah. So in terms of turning him into, I mean, it's just the plot's Detective Conan.
Yes, you're the #1 Detective Conan fan.
I really am. Let's put. Where should we put him? B or?
I'm thinking B on him.
But where in B? That's what I'm thinking.
Probably somewhere in the middle, honestly.
I'd put him under the car.
Under the car? Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just kind of weird because they're just kind of like, because they're all, now you're getting to like, just kind of like, they're useful until you beat them. Right? Yeah. Until you figure out a trick to beat them, and then they're kind of useless. I guess that's the entirety of B. Is like, if you can figure out, like, they're good until you figure out how to beat them, then you then it's like easy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Next.
And then Osiris, this is what I'm talking about earlier, is that it's a little hard to like separate the stand from the stand user sometimes, because sometimes the stands heavily rely on the user, like Osiris here, because the whole point of Osiris is it steals your soul after its user beats you in a game of like a gambling game.
So it heavily relies on. How about we put it over the book? Like that will be our general area for like very conditional stands like that, where it very heavily relies on the stand user.
Yeah, because Osiris heavily relies on how good of a gambler / cheater Darby is.
Yeah.
So.
Well, let's talk about this one.
Oh, Horus. Oh, Horus is a fucking
that
was going into at least A or S. What do you think?
I think it should go under Iggy.
Yeah,
because Iggy was the only thing that
is a powerful, terrifying stand.
Oh my goodness! Oh, Horus is
that bird was ruthless. Pet Shop was ruthless.
See, here's the funny thing. I think everything below Horus could beat.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how insanely powerful this bird stand is, and it's a bird. And notice this. The three of the stands. The one in S comes from a baby, and then 2 of the top 5 come from animals. What was Araki cooking?
What was he cooking?
Oh man, well it's funny. Like, and then like of course the animal that resembles humans the monkey is at D.
Yes,
that's the lowest. But no, yeah, I think Horus is a great stand. The fact that Iggy had such a hard time beating him just shows how insanely powerful he is. Yeah, I think it deserves to be high because, see, if I had Horus as a stand,
unstoppable powerhouse,
you'd be insane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's move on to our next one, which is the other Darby.
Atum. Yeah, Atum, the other Darby brothers stand. It's exactly the same, but with like a video game.
I'm gonna put it under because I don't think he posed that much of a threat like his brother. I think we had this conversation, right?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. He was like, the first Darby was just absolutely fucking decimating them in, like,
he took
card
2
games.
of the Joe Bros. He took Joseph and Polnareff.
Yeah, he was just absolutely like destroying them in like, gambling matches. He took out, trickster man himself, Joseph Joestar.
And he also and then with his like brother.
Meanwhile, this Darby took out Kakyoin,
who also was out of the fight for most of the series at this point.
Yeah. But again, the older Darby brother was able to take out the main trickster himself, Joseph Joestar. Yeah. This Darby brother got tricked by Joseph Joestar.
Yeah.
And almost lost to Kakyoin during the F Mega game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it happened.
Yeah, he is definitely worse than his brother.
Yep.
Anyways.
All right, let's move on to the next one, which is the
Tenor Sax.
You do remember this one? It's the Mirage. Yeah, it's just the guy they punch in the wall.
It's just the room. It's Kenny G's Tenor Sax. It's literally just the guy.
It's just the guy.
He's just the guy that makes Dio like mansion like look bigger than it actually is.
Than it is. So to me, there's a use for it. I would just put it above the monkey.
Yeah. Okay.
Because again, it's just a plot device.
It's a plot device. It is
like the genie.
Else. Anyways.
Yeah. Moving on. Okay.
Vanilla Ice's cream is fucking terrifying.
See, here's the thing. I would actually put it. Should we put it low A or low S?
I was thinking low S because that is such a terrifying stand.
You can't beat it. It takes both Polnareff and Iggy and Abdul working together.
Polnareff won that fight almost by sheer luck.
Because of also the 2 sacrifices too.
Yeah. Cream is a horrifying stand.
It is. Oh my goodness. It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like think about it, the only way they beat it, and this is without the vampire powers too. The only way they beat it is because
he was a vampire.
No. Yeah. Had he not been a vampire.
Yeah. Iggy destroying holes in the wall and then the fact that he was a vampire is the only reason they defeated Vanilla Ice. They were losing that. If Vanilla Ice did not become a vampire, Polnareff was dead. I'm sorry. That's how insanely powerful it was. It was only by sheer luck that Dio just turned him into a vampire.
Yeah, think about any of the main JoJos. Do you think they could beat Vanilla Ice?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, on a one-on-one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, see, here's the thing. Dio, if Dio was in that fight, and I mean he could stop time, so yeah, but if like the only way they won is because they were able to like levitate, Dio by himself I don't think wouldn't be able to win, because he can only freeze time, but when he tries to attack him, he'll just, you know, get his like things disintegrated, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, so it is terrifying of a stand. Oh my goodness. Anyways, let's move on to the next one, and this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. The war stand. Let's throw it in half.
Yeah, what does it do? Oh yeah, it kills Holly.
Yeah, it just kills Holly. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on.
And then Jonathan's stand is just Hermit Purple.
Again. Yeah. Well, this is part 4. I think we're getting into part 4 now.
No. Jonathan's stand. That's so. Araki, because again, remember I said the original plan for the world was every stand. Araki so then had to like retcon this, or I don't know if Araki retconned this or just the fandom started saying this and everybody in the fandom accepted it. But then said, oh, Dio actually has 2 stands because it's Jonathan's body and then his, Dio's head. The world is Dio's stand. The Hermit Purple we saw in that one episode is Jonathan's stand.
Wait, we saw it in one episode?
Yeah, and like when Dio hit the camera at like one of the earliest episodes of part 3, and then it's like, oh, they're taking the plane, he used Hermit Purple.
Oh.
So people then say, because the world became the time-stopping thing instead of every stand. So Hermit Purple, the other Hermit Purple that Dio used has just become accepted.
So it's just Hermit Purple again.
It's just Hermit Purple again, but it's Jonathan's. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll put it under.
Yeah. Anyways, part 4.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Thanks for clarifying. I was like so confused. I'm like, why is there another Hermit Purple?
Yeah. I got you.
All right.
Anyways, all right. I think, I don't know how controversial it's going to be. Crazy Diamond is better than Star Platinum. Yes,
Okay.
Because
we have to think though. We're not just talking about strength here. If it was strength, Star Platinum would have it.
I'm saying I think it's better than but it's not that he's just they're both punchy boys. They both just punch. But the difference is that Crazy Diamond can heal what it destroys, so it can continue fucking you up.
Well, also you have to remember that one episode with Crazy Diamond where he punches a guy and he transforms into a rock as a punishment.
Yeah,
for killing his grandfather.
Yeah, it is definitely higher than Star Platinum.
Fair. I'll put it. You know what? I'll bite. I think it is because we're with stands. Now we're getting into the part where it's like the strength doesn't matter anymore. It's more about
now it becomes how smart you are with it. Yeah.
Yeah. And okay. Let's talk about Star Platinum because we're already here. We're gonna talk about Star Platinum here.
Okay. Are we just gonna call this one Star Platinum the World?
Yeah. Okay. It's the same. Okay. It's the same.
It's the same thing.
So let's just. I'll just put it under because we'll just put the part 4s together. It's the same thing. It doesn't really matter. I will say it's funny how people got upset though that he almost lost to Rats, but we'll get there.
We'll get to that one. Anyway,
all right, the hand. Oh, it deserves to be a top
S. It is the strong. Araki said it's the strongest stand. Unfortunately, its user is an idiot. Yeah, it's nerfed by its user being dumb. So
yeah. So if Araki says it's the strongest stand, I mean. It's the strongest stand.
It's the strongest stand. It's basically like, imagine if Vanilla Ice, was all compact in just a singular hand, and not only did it destroy the space, but then can bind the 2 space together. So it forces you to come closer.
Yeah. So I mean, it's pretty strong.
That is horrifying.
Yeah, and I'll respect Araki's wishes. It deserves to be at the top. Let's go on to our boy
Echoes. Oh god, it has all 3 acts of Echo.
Okay, we have to start with the. Okay, wait. What's the first one? The first one is this one.
I think it's that. Yeah, that's the first one.
This is the first act. Where should we put this one?
Oh god, I'm trying to remember what each individual act does.
Here, pull up. I have the wiki up. Let's pull up the wiki.
Echoes, abilities. Okay, hold on. Okay, what is... Alright, Act 1 just generates the sound. Okay, so it generates the sound, and the sound effect gets stuck on you, and then it, like... Okay, so Echoes Act 1 can write anything on any surface or any person. And then that sound, it has to be, it's sound related, and then it influences and also can attack. So like, believe in me, like, you know, you have to believe Koichi. Okay, so basically it uses like right sound on somebody. And
I
then
would
it, like,
okay. So
them.
I would put him. Let's put him low B.
Okay.
Or actually, no. Let's. It's so tough. Can we put him above Whole Horse?
All right, yeah, we can put him above.
Let's put him above Whole Horse because now we're getting into like the complicated stands.
Yes.
Let's put him above Whole Horse. Then we'll have the Act 2.
Because I think Koichi's is the first stand that has acts as well.
Yeah, which is also the groundwork for Part 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Act 2, what it does is it writes sound effects like wind, and then you touch it, you put it on something, you touch it, and then it creates wind. So.
Should we put it above these two then?
Yeah.
All right.
And then Act 3 is the one I remember the most. Because
because it's the best one. It's so good.
Act 3 freeze, and it like crushes the hand with like sound and like spells something else.
I think it deserves to be an A above the water guy.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
Wait, no, because if it's sound though, he could have easily beaten the lady.
Oh, and Yaba. Okay.
Wait. It's so tough. Honestly, can we put him under the world though?
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about it more and more. I'm like, no, this stand's actually really
Yeah.
overpowered. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Like he has one of the best stands. Like I would love to have his stand. He's good.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's put him where he deserves. All right, let's move to our
Heaven's Door. Heaven's Door from Rohan himself, Araki's self-insert. Okay,
Yes.
this stand is actually incredibly overpowered.
Yes.
Because of how much you can manipulate people.
Yes.
The only person that Rohan can't write in and change everything about themselves is himself.
Yes.
I think this is an S tier stand, honestly.
You think it's an S tier?
I think it's that powerful. Yes.
Well, okay, you do have the condition. Okay, here's the thing. Heaven's Door only lost because
of how
Josuke's hair.
Josuke was.
Because of his hair. Yeah. So
He
I mean,
only lost because of that pure rage.
Yeah, because had he looked right, he would have lost, right? Because doesn't he have a condition where he, like, if he looks at him, he can open his face, right? Or
yeah,
whatever.
and then write in it. Yes.
That's. I'm gonna say something bold.
Say it.
I think it deserves to be under the hand.
All right.
Wait, really? You think?
I'm not
so good.
I'm not gonna argue with you because he could write in the baby. Like, Rohan would 100% look at a random baby and be like Heaven's Door and have it like read the pages.
The only reason why Heaven's Door isn't high S is because I want to respect Araki's wish and say the hand is the
strongest stand.
No, nothing beats it. But it's because he gets nerfed by the user.
By Okuyasu being dumb.
Yeah. Okay. We have our boy now.
Oh, Killer Queen.
And we have to remember there's different acts with this too.
Yes, I know.
Oh wait, what is it called? Not acts. Is it called?
It's not with his. It's just different names. It's like Killer Queen, Sheer Heart Attack, and then Bites the Dust.
Yeah. So this is just. I think this is just Killer Queen.
This is just regular Killer Queen, which
is already overpowered.
He's already Killer Queen on his own is already overpowerful. Anything he touches becomes a bomb. This is at least an A.
think. Here's okay. Hot take. I think he goes between the baby and Vanilla Ice.
Oh, you're saying S tier. I mean, yeah, that actually is a really powerful
because
it's
the thing about
bomb.
All he needs to do is touch his surroundings, and that becomes a landmine. Like he does it with doorknobs and stuff. So
you're
it's like
absolutely
you can catch
correct
it off guard. The only thing he can't beat is dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why. Now Sheer Heart Attack, right?
Yeah, the tank that
Sheer Heart Attack. This is a scary stand. Holy.
It is. It took out Jotaro.
Yeah. I would actually. I'm gonna put it above.
Yeah, because it's basically that you know, the touching.
It's like an evolved version of.
It's the bomb, but it's like it's a ting that is like following you. So it's not like like something randomly touched. Like no, you can't.
Well, the fact that Echoes, right, had such a hard time even stopping him in its place goes to show how powerful it was.
Like it was still moving despite Act 3. Like
it was
pushing down. It was
crazy.
Like, that is powerful.
Yeah. Now let's move on to our last one, which this is the most overpowered.
Bites the dust. Yeah. He basically, you know, anybody asks about Kira, blows up everybody and then reverses time.
Yeah.
That is very horrifying.
Since it's stronger than Heaven's Door, I feel like it should go above.
It did beat Heaven's Door.
Because it's literally rewriting reality.
Yeah.
That's how powerful it is. I mean...
No, like, what was it? There was that whole scene where Rohan opened up Hayato's face, and their Killer Queen was ready to, you know, strike. So...
Yeah. Under the hand, though. Under the hand.
Under the hand. Can't beat Zahando.
Can't beat it. Water person.
Aqua Necklace.
Also,
actually, kind of a terrifying stand if you really think about it, because if it gets into your drink and you drink it, it could kill you and manipulate you.
I feel it's like the same thing as part 3, no?
It is kind of. Yeah, it's kind of.
It's literally the same thing.
I mean, I don't know. He can. And Duel could control it and like scratch it. Okay, I guess they're about the same.
I'll put it above though. I think he's a more evolved version.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Bad Company or Worst Company. Yeah. Worst Company.
Worst Company. I just like this stand.
I love it. It's an army of toy soldiers. It's incredible.
Yeah. Where would you put it though? I think he's just a more evolved version of Horus's gun. I'm gonna be completely honest.
He is, honestly. It's a whole army with like tanks and missiles and helicopters, and as tiny as they are, probably high B, low A. I don't know what you're thinking.
I'm trying to think how it would work, cause he's beaten pretty easily, right?
I mean, yeah, he's like pushed back eventually.
I think over the water.
Over the water? Okay. That's fair.
Yeah. Like, he's a powerful stand, don't get me wrong, but it's just like, yeah. Speaking of other things, we're talking about
Red Hot Chili
Pepper.
Okay. I think this stand is terrifying just for the sole fact is that it can suck people through electrical outlets.
That is true, and like
that
murder them. Yeah.
Horrifying. That is a horrifying thought.
Yeah. I think he deserves to be. Well, I mean, he best.
Yeah, he best Worst Company. So.
Yeah. The problem is, it's very conditional. If he's not near electrical outlets.
Right, because that's the thing is he almost lost because he was in the middle of a. He was in the middle of a field, and he had to trick Okuyasu into destroying the ground in order to get into the underground electrical wires.
Yeah. I would put it... I'll put it under. Right here.
Alright.
I think that's fair. I actually like this stand's design, even though I don't really like the villain of this part.
Right.
It's kind of boring. I like Red Hot Chili Pepper as like a design. Next, we had the lock.
It's gaslighting. It's gaslighting the stand.
Yeah. Remind me of this one again. Which one was this?
It was the dude that was like, hey, Koichi, you fucking ran over a bag of cats. Pay me money, and you won't have to do it. And it's like, basically the lock got heavier the guiltier you felt, and you know, he would only unleash it if you like gave him money.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
I think.
It's gaslighting the stand.
Let's put him.
I was not a fan of this one, honestly.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Can we put him under the car? Or under the no, actually, low B.
I'm thinking like probably more into C, honestly.
I'm fine with C.
Okay.
We're in C.
Probably between the Darby brothers, if I'm being honest with you. I really didn't like
Wait, actually, no, fair, because it's very conditional.
It's very conditional. It's kind of lame.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's just kind of, well, I mean, it's there for jokes.
Yeah.
Next.
It's Surface. It's the wooden doll. It's basically the voodoo guy.
The voodoo guy?
Yeah. Remember, he was like, God, what did he do? He was, the guy used the wooden doll to create another Josuke, and if you injured the doll, you injured Josuke.
Oh, I think I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. I vaguely remember it. I'm pulling up the wiki now, but where would you think to put it?
Probably low B with him. I enjoyed Surface so much more than I enjoyed the fucking lock. I really did not like the lock. The best part about the lock was the character development it gave to Koichi.
Yeah, Surface. We're in B. I think I would put him over the doll, or under the doll, because it's the same thing.
I would say over Ebony Devil.
Yeah, it's the same thing pretty much though, like doll possession and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just instead of the stand user bringing in a doll, it's the opponent.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's talk about our
Love Deluxe, the hair, the first ever yandere. Yeah,
the first ever yandere, and how like she literally, poor Koichi, man. He goes through so much because of this woman.
This woman is awful, and her stand is literally just her hair. She can make it longer and control it. Like,
I think because of that, it deserves to be above Hermit Purple.
Yeah. Okay.
I
fully agree with that.
It's just her hair. Like,
it's
like
just
literally the guy
hair.
can literally like melt her hair and she'd be useless.
Yeah. If she gets a haircut, she's screwed.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Next,
Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam.
Oh my gosh,
the Italian. The Italian. Let's put him where he belongs. Let's put him where he belongs.
Oh my god. Yes. Oh my god. I love Pearl Jam so much. I love the user Tonio because he's literally just a chef. He does nothing wrong. He's just
trying to be wholesome. He's just trying to help people. He runs a charity.
It's literally a stand that heals all of your problems.
Honestly, he's better than Josuke at healing.
He's so much better at Josuke than healing.
So, can we put him high A? I'm gonna be
high A.
He's Italian. He's high.
Hey, bada bing. Hey, I'm very biased towards that. Yeah. We can totally do that.
Yeah.
That's just Hermit Purple again, but it's older Joseph.
Let's put him under. Let's just put him there. It's fine, right?
Yeah. That's fine.
Invisible baby.
Achtung Baby. Yes. God.
What does it do other than make everything around it invisible?
It does nothing. It literally just makes everything around it invisible.
Should we put him in F?
Yeah.
It's kind of useless.
It's a baby that can turn invisible. Like,
That's it. It's not.
Yeah. Now, anyways, here's our next S stand. We have Bug Eden and not Bug Eden's Ratt. That with the melt bullets that almost killed Jotaro.
Bug Eden. Oh, is this the Ratt?
It's the Ratt. This is the Ratt one.
Oh, it almost killed Joseph. So this deserves to be. I'm gonna put him under the Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's. Araki was cooking with these animal stands. Oh my gosh. Bug Eden.
Bug Eden, not Bug Eden's Ratt.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll leave it there. I think that's fair. I thought it was just overpowered. Like the fact that he could see if Dio had to deal with the rats, he would have lost immediately.
Absolutely, he would have.
Yeah, it's so funny. Next one.
What is it? Oh, that's Shingeki's Harvest.
Harvest is cool because
Harvest.
He got loaded. That was the whole plot point. Is they got rich, and they were like Josuke was kind of taking advantage of him. It was so funny. In terms of uses,
it'd probably be a B tier. Actually, he actually did pretty good against Kira.
Yeah.
Like surprisingly well for like a long time.
I'd like to put him. Can we put him under not Kakuin's, Koichi's?
Yeah, that's fair.
Because he's still really cool. I like his stand. Next we have, of course, Cinderella.
Oh, Cinderella.
Which can transform your face, right?
Yeah, fighting-wise, I think it's an awful stand.
Yeah, it's basically the same. Where are those other shapes? Where's Oingo?
Oingo is down in D, and then Yellow Temperance is up in C. Those are the only two shapes.
I'll put him under Oingo, because it's pretty much the same thing, but then you can't do it to yourself.
Like, it has more relevance, like, plot-wise.
Yeah,
but,
for
like,
Kira's thing. Oh, okay. Yeah. This guy, I hate his
so
fucking, much.
Atom Heartfather, Kira's dad. Stand-wise, I think it's literally just a photograph that they could, with a ghost in it, that they could burn at any point, who's carrying around the stand arrow, making more stand users.
Yeah.
It's not, probably, like, D or F, honestly.
Because it's just him going into photographs, right?
Again, not even that, it's the same photograph.
Yeah.
Again, it's just like Cinderella. It's like more plot relevant than like being an actual useful stand.
I'll put it a high F because there is huge plot relevance to it. Mm-hmm. Like there's stuff that happens. Yeah. Next.
Oh, Boy to Man.
Boy to Man. How was the one again?
It's Rock Paper Scissors.
Oh, S tier. I'm gonna put him above the Darbies. He's a better Darby.
You know what's unfortunate is that was the 100th episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
I'm an enemy.
Yeah. So are you okay with Darbies above the Darbies?
Honestly, you know what? Yeah.
Because it's like conditional too, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can smack him right there. Next we have Alien.
That's an alien. Yeah, that's an alien. That's not a stand.
Let me quickly.
Yeah, that's not a stand. That's an alien. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah, that's an alien.
I made it too dark. I'm so silly. I made it black. Here, let's make it light blue. Uh-oh.
You gotta switch alien in the new one.
Yeah, I got it. Boop, boop, boop. Technical difficulties. So you're the belief that's an alien.
Oh, 100%. This is an alien.
Yeah. Next. Oh, sorry.
Scroll down. Yeah. Oh, Highway Star.
Highway Star, it's the feet, right?
Yeah, but like, he's actually kind of terrifying because like most stands have to be like right next to the user. Dude was in like the hospital miles away.
Yeah.
He could like chase. He was able to like follow Josuke, who was riding a motorcycle, mind you, and keeping up. So like speed wise, like definitely terrifying.
I would say he's I like to put him above. You know what, since he's speed wise, can we put him over Koichi's?
Yeah, I think so.
Because the only way to stop him is if you can freeze time.
Yeah.
And even then it has its range. So it's like, I mean, you could probably punch him, but like, yeah. That's the only time I think you get an advantage over it. Next we have...
Oh, Stray Cat.
Stray Cat. Oh, the cat. Oh, with the bubbles, right?
Yeah, oh god, that is one of the most terrifying stands to me because of the idea of getting air bubbles like into my blood veins that it can then oh god.
I think it deserves to be
and the fact that Kira was able to like use it to his advantage too. Like,
yeah.
The non-stop bubbles and then make him explosive one.
Yeah. I think he deserves to be in. Where would you say? I would say somewhere in A.
I would say A. Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out where in A.
I would put above Highway Guy.
Yeah. Once again, animal stands being
terrifying because of
terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, our favorite, the Fly, right?
Oh yeah, Superfly.
Or
Superfly being I love it. Superfly is a gray tower, and Tower of Gray is a fly.
Yeah.
I know, it's kind of a lame stand because it traps its user who's never allowed to leave. He has to live in that fucking tower for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
But it's okay, he's roommates with the aliens, so...
Yeah, let's put it here. Under the outlet.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's like once you get out, it's just like, yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
Next one
Enigma. I think that was the paper one. I think that was the paper one.
Was it the paper one? Here, let me double check.
I think so. Yeah.
Enigma was... Oh, yeah, the pieces of paper. Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the gun. Yeah. This is actually a pretty useful stand if you can use it well.
Yeah.
Because you could sneak in anything, like contraband and stuff like that. I would put it above the outlet.
Yeah.
Does that seem fair?
Yeah, that seems fair. It was a pretty good stand, honestly.
All right, that's fair.
All right, Cheap Trick, F. That's the one you look at the back, it kills people.
Yeah. It's like it's worse than Holly's stand. I don't know how.
Yes.
Yeah. Next we have.
Okay, so I'm looking at the wiki. I'm assuming that's supposed to be the stand of Okuyasu's dad, because it's trying to make the claim that it had the father was recruited by Dio, therefore he had to have been a stand user. But there's no picture on the wiki, so I'm not 100% confident in that. I would say just stick it in F, because we know nothing about it.
We know nothing about it.
Yeah.
You know what? That's fair. Let's throw it in F.
Yeah.
I'll put it. We'll just put it in between, because we don't know. Next we have now we're at part 5. Now we're part 5. We made it to part 5.
We're pronounced not Golden Wind. It's Vento Aurora.
Yeah. Where do we put our boy?
Oh, Golden Experience.
Golden Experience.
God, it's okay. It's. Oh God. I like the idea that it can punch non-living things and then create life from it, essentially, at least temporarily.
Yeah.
But I don't God, I don't know, like regular base Golden Experience, at least until he learned, even again, his healing ability is worse than Josuke's because he has to make new body parts and then insert it in. I don't know. Golden Experience, I like him, but he's not my favorite, if that makes sense.
That's fair. I would put him... I was going to put him above Task. Or Tusk. Or not Tusk.
We haven't made it to Tusk yet. We're at
Act. Yeah, Act 1.
Act 1 Echoes.
Yeah.
That's entirely fair because
I'm it's not the evolved version, right?
Yeah, it's the evolved version is where Golden Experience really...
Well, evolved version, I think, is above S. I mean, under the hand, but...
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. Next we have...
Oh, Sticky Fingers. Oh, that's a
great stand. That's an overpowered stand.
Sticky Fingers is incredibly overpowered with the zipper.
Let's put him under Dio, I feel.
Yeah, okay. I can get behind that.
Yeah, alright, let's move on to the
Moody
next. We're
Blues.
just blasting through this.
Yeah, Moody Blues.
I love this stand.
I like him, but I don't think he's that much of a powerhouse, if that makes sense. I think he's better for, investigation, which they use him for.
I think he should be in B somewhere.
Yeah, B is fair.
I think he should be above, or actually under Golden Experience.
Probably, yeah. I think that's fair. Abakio would hate that, but
yeah, but I mean, he can't say anything. True. He has a donut inside of him.
Yeah, he is. He
got
he's a donut man. Yeah.
Or Mistas. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, I love Sex Pistols so much.
Oh my God.
Mista
I think,
is
honestly, A. It deserves to be...
It deserves to be an A. Yes.
I think...
Dude, Mista the fucking GOAT with his stand.
I think it should be above Sticky Fingers.
Yes.
Okay. Because the problem is, if you freeze time, a lot of Part 5 stands, if you freeze time, it's over. You can't really do anything.
Yeah.
So I think
because his entire thing is about kicking the bullet, but yeah.
Yeah.
Aerosmith. I like Aerosmith.
I love Aerosmith, dude. I love Naranchas.
It's a fighter plane.
It's a plane.
You can't go wrong.
I think, and also shoots. I think it's just a better version of Worst Company.
Yeah. No.
So I'm gonna put it
a
little bit higher.
I think my favorite part about Aerosmith is there actually is a pilot flying it who has a separate name called Little Bomber.
Yeah.
That's fucking incredible. Yeah, put him in A.
I'm trying to think where.
That's where our boy Stan belongs. I wouldn't put it above Sex Pistols.
I'm trying to think below.
I'd probably, yeah.
Yeah, because it still has its
I'll agree.
Or actually, no, I'll put it under Sticky Fingers because I like Sticky Fingers a little bit more.
Okay, that's where I was.
Is that fair? Is that fair?
That's fair. Yeah, okay. I will agree to that.
All right, next one. Underutilized as hell.
Oh, Purple Haze. Yes, but it's also terrifying because you can't fight it because you'll just, get fucking corona and die.
Honestly, it's under Vanilla
Ice. It's okay, under Vanilla Ice.
Because Vanilla Ice is a little bit better. But Hermit Purple, I think I don't know. I just
Purple Haze.
No, it's a Purple Haze. Not Hermit Purple. Oh, there's so many purple sands.
I want to live in the timeline where this actually came back into the story.
Yeah. So it was. I thought when it was used, it was cool. So next,
then another underutilized one. Spice Girls only had one fight.
Yeah, and it was one time, and it was her finding out about her stand, and she never uses it again.
And she never used it again. Yeah. It was a great character episode, and I love the stand. Don't get me wrong, I love Spice Girl, but I wish I could have seen it again.
Yeah, I love the stand design too. Let's put it. Because it really just alters the environment.
It makes things like soft, from what I remember.
Can we put it in? I'll say it's. I'll put it under here. Above these two.
Yeah, okay. I can get behind that.
Because, I don't know, it's just kind of weird because we don't know how strong it is because all she used it for was escaping.
That's true. That is
so you don't know how powerful it is in a fight. So I'm going to put it under the fighters that I know can win. Let's go to our best stand, the turtle.
Oh my god. Mr. President.
S.
Coco Jumbo's Mr. President. Yeah. This is one of those stands where it's just like, it's very convenient. I don't know if you've ever watched Doctor Who, but his stand is basically just a TARDIS.
Yeah, no, I know what that is, yeah.
Yeah, it's just that. Like, it's very convenient.
It has a very convenient use.
It's very useful, very convenient, but
like, put him under here.
It's probably the worst animal stand, I would say.
Yeah, I could get behind that. I'm putting it under Abacchiato's. Or wait, how did you say his name?
Abacchio.
Abacchio. I keep saying it wrong. God damn it. Abacchio's. It's under Abacchio's stand. Because I don't know. I feel like it's also one of those things where it's like it's not really good for fighting, but it's extremely useful.
Not at all. It's very useful.
It's a support stand. That's
what it's a support. It absolutely. Yeah.
100%. Next we have
that's the Silver Chariot.
Our poor boy, our Silver Chariot, but wounded.
Wounded Silver Chariot.
If we're talking wounded, I think he drops down a few pegs.
Probably. Yeah.
You know what? I think he would be right here. No, under.
All right. Okay. Still better than the hair. Yeah, because he can still cut the hair.
Because he can cut the hair.
Oh my god. Requiem. Silver Chariot Requiem is terrifying because Polnareff can't control it.
I think.
So it has a mind of its own and causes all the body swabs.
Honestly? Above Purple Haze.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Right there. Yeah.
Because you gotta remember, that's Polnareff has no control over Requiem. That is just Silver Chariot on its own. So it would not be phased by Purple Haze in the disease cloud.
Yeah. I would say Purple Haze. I don't know. If Vanilla Ice got Requiem, that would be one of the strongest stands of all time.
It's over. It's fucking over.
It's over. Like, if any of the ones in S got Requiem, it's over. Like, the fact that they're all on better than Requiem just goes to show how powerful they are. Yeah. Like, Heaven's Door Requiem. That would be insane. Okay. Oh yeah, Golden Experience. Requiem.
Oh
my. Okay, let's
God.
I mean, can you disagree? Can you disagree?
The power of Golden Experience Requiem is no.
Yeah.
No, not happening. Yeah.
Nuh-uh. It's like, what is it? Giorno's like, nuh-uh, and then what is it?
Fuck you mean nuh-uh.
Fuck you mean nuh-uh, and then dies again.
Diavolo's just like, what the fuck you mean nuh-uh?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Golden Experience Requiem is by far the best stand in all of JoJo. If it wasn't for the hand.
The hand, strongest stand. Yes.
Oh man, it's so good. I also love how they changed the opening too. That was one of my favorite all-time.
That is an incredible opening change.
Oh my goodness, it's better than part 3. Yeah. That's how good it is. King Crimson now.
King Crimson.
Great stand.
All right, fine. I admit it. I don't know how King Crimson works. You erase time, but what does that mean? I think about that video quite a lot.
Yeah. I think he's overpowered. I wouldn't say he's over. I wouldn't say he's over Killer Queen or Vanilla Ice.
But he's still overpowered as fuck. He erases time.
Yeah. I would say he's under Silver Chariot Requiem because we don't know how strong he is.
Yeah. Again, Silver Chariot Requiem is still very much it's the stand on its own, and
that's what's terrifying. If he was able to control it,
there is no human element to it at all. That's the terrifying part about it.
Yeah. So if Polnareff was able to control it, it would be easy. Like if not just Polnareff, if a user was able to control it, it'd be highest. But since it's not and it works on its own, it's kind of useless.
Right.
But it's still powerful. Let's jump to our next one, which is
Black Sabbath. That was the shadow one.
The shadow one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pole Pose, the fat guy. Yeah, the test.
Yeah, the test. This one's overpowered.
Yeah.
I will say, if you can freeze time, it's pretty easy to beat.
I think it's very similar to what we were saying with the water stands. It's like, like at night or in the shade, oh, you're fucking screwed. But if you like high noon in like an open field, he's fucked. So
yeah. But but here's the thing, he wouldn't be defeated though.
Yeah, that's true.
He would just not show up.
Yeah.
So I would put him.
But again, it's freezing time, you're fucked, so.
Yeah, I would say freezing time is the only way to counter it, so I'm gonna put him under. Because it's like, if you can freeze time, you can stop him from attacking, and then you can kill him, right? Because that's how they end up beating him, right? Is by ambushing him.
But yeah, they basically ambushed him, and then Giorno just had the user shoot himself.
Yeah. Alright, so the next one is...
what is that? Soft Machine.
Soft Machine. Do you remember what this is?
That was one of the two guys on the boat, I think. Was he the... I don't remember.
Soft Machine, most of his... He's
deflating guy.
Deflating guy. Which, okay, overpowered when conditions are met.
Yeah.
But if you find him, like...
he's screwed.
Yeah, he needs like a place to hide. So I feel like he's not that strong.
Yeah.
I would put him... I'll put him under the water guy.
That's entirely fair.
Because the water guy, I think, would be proved... It's Blue Moon something, right?
Yeah.
I just feel like if they were both in that situation where they were both on a boat, that water guy proved more of a threat than him, because it's not like he killed them, he just defeated them by deflating them, right?
But
yeah, it's still pretty good. Next we have this guy.
Kraft Work. That was the guy Mystified on top of the truck. I don't remember what his stand actually did. I think it had something to do with like momentum. I don't think he got the chance to ever actually explain
it's freezing stuff in place.
Yeah, it's like Mista, I think, like stopped him before he could like actually properly explain it. It's like, yeah, I can freeze stuff in place, but then I can like send it back full force, and it's just like, yeah, I don't give a shit. And he just kept shooting him.
Yeah, because he could walk on rocks. That was his thing.
Yeah.
Like he can climb rocks frozen in air. So I think, okay, it's a cool power to think about.
It's weak as fuck though.
In a fight, it's not the best. So
it's not a good fighting stand.
Honestly, I'd put him above, right here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, in C. Is that cool?
That's cool.
Okay, let's move on to our next one.
Little Feet. He made things small. I remember this one. This is
because Narancia fight.
The Narancia fight. This is where I start remembering the Part 5 stands.
Yeah, Narancia fight.
The Narancia fight. He made things small.
Which is actually very overpowered.
It's actually kind of overpowered because not only could he shrink him, but he could also cause him to grow again. Like, we saw him kill somebody by slipping a tiny car into their drink, and then he expanded the car, killing it from the inside. That's kind of terrifying.
Which is, that's huge. I would put him, honestly, over Silver Chariot.
Okay.
Because I feel like the bird would still have the advantage.
The bird would still very much have the advantage.
Because he's in the sky, right?
Yeah.
Which is so funny. The animal stands still are better.
Even if you shrank the bird, the ice stand would still be the fucking ice stand.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Yeah. Man in the Mirror. About the mirror dimension I was talking about earlier when we were talking about Shanghai. Yeah, that's it. That's the whole stand. The whole stand is mirror dimension.
I feel like it's just another version of this, like the tower.
It basically, yeah.
Just better. I'll put it above. Yeah, it's just that. Doesn't really have any uses other than it creates a mirror dimension. Let's move on to our next one, which is our fishing rod boy. Oh yes, the most overpowered stand.
Yes.
I love his stand.
I love Pesci so much.
Pesci's is so cool. Let's put him. I'm trying to think. Let's put this sucker in. I'll put him under Worst Company.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
I'm fine with that.
Cool. Let's go to our next one.
The Grateful Dead.
This one is terrifying.
Yeah. It's the exact opposite of the one from Part 3, where instead of making you younger, it makes you older. And the one nerf to it is that as long as you're, like, cold, it won't affect you, but, like...
That's still very...
It's still, like, a very hard condition to meet, so, like...
Yeah. I would put it... Honestly, I think it deserves to be above Purple Haze.
I'll get behind
It's a very overpowered
It's a horrifying and powerful...
It's only because the JOJO Bros are so smart in Part 5.
Right. It's only because...
so smart.
It's only because everyone's... not a dumbass, and because Mista is like the luckiest person on Earth for some reason that they beat this stand. Yeah, and
like if you think about any of the Part 4 or Part 3 JOJO Bros, they'd lose instantly.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. It's crazy how powerful it is. All right, let's move on to our next one, which is
Babyface.
Babyface is the ice one, right?
No, that's the next. That's a White Album. Babyface is. Oh god, this is a horrible stand. It is. It's the guy. It's the guy that has the computer that has to get a woman pregnant to create this monstrosity.
Yeah, and it tracks them, right?
Yeah, I hate this stand.
Oh yeah. This one, I forgot about this one. This was awful.
Let's just stick it in like the lowest possible spot and then move on to a better stand.
You know what? I'm down with that. Let's put it. Okay. I'll put it over the monkey because I despise the monkey.
All right.
Yep. All right. Let's move on to the next one, which is this one's White Album.
White Album is an incredible stand.
It's the way they defeat him is so brutal too.
I know.
The whole fight was brutal. I would put him actually
It's what I love.
Because he can beat him. He can beat him because it's
ice. He can beat him because he's cold. He can't.
So he's above. Yeah, I wouldn't say he's above King Christmas though. Yeah.
No, definitely not. But.
Yeah, no, that's fair. He's so good though.
I love
his design too.
Yes.
All right, next.
Clash. Oh, okay. Clash and Talking Head. This was like I remember this one. So Clash was the shark stand that was attacking him. I don't remember the exact ability. And
he was in toilets, right? And something.
Yeah, he could like go through like any form of like any liquid. I think actually.
Which is overpowered as heck.
Yeah, that's kind of overpowered.
I would say he's actually above the electric guy because he can. Or actually, it's like the Red Hot Chili Pepper, but for water and some electricity. Yeah. So I'm gonna put him above there.
Yes. And then the next one, Talking Head, because this was the same episode. It's the one that made you lie, is what it is. You say the opposite of what you want to say.
And it so he can't do anything. Oh yeah, those guys were weird because they were a duo.
They were a duo, exactly.
Yeah. I feel like this one is less strong. It's like you have to team up.
You gotta team up for it to like make it powerful. Yeah.
Let's put him. I'll put it above the Darby brothers.
Okay.
Does that seem fair?
That's fair.
All right, let's move on. Next one.
Notorious B.I.G.
The best stand.
Oh my fucking god. The user had to die. I don't even know if he knew he had a stand. But here's the thing though, the stand on its own is incredibly powerful and unstoppable because it chases the fastest moving thing.
But you have to die though.
Like they didn't even technically defeat it at the end. They just dropped into the ocean and now it attacks ships.
Yeah. That move faster than the waves.
Yeah. If we're gonna put it in F, at least put it above fucking Atom Heart Father.
Well, here's the thing. At least with the back one, you have a chance of living if you never show someone's back. This one, you have to die.
You have to die for it to work. You have to die
for it to work. That's why it's low, because I'm like, that's so... Because if you get that stand, it's like, I can't use it. Right? At least with the back one, you can kind of get around it.
Like, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
We're talking about having to use the stands.
That's true. Okay, I guess, you have to die. All right, that does make it.
You have to die. That's one of the worst conditions ever.
Anyways, Metallica is an awesome stand. It's absolute bullshit because, like, this is Rocky being like, oh yeah, there's iron in the blood, but like, there's not enough iron in the blood to do all the stuff that Metallica does. But Metallica is still an awesome stand.
It's a terrifying stand. Also, the design from Metallica, the stand user.
He's
one of my all-time favorite designs.
He's so cool. But
I'm so sad that he dies.
I'm very upset. Yeah, I don't know, the horrifying thought of like, oh yeah, I can just create metal razors in your veins. Good fucking luck.
Yeah, it almost beats King Crimson. That's how good it is.
Yeah,
I would put it above the Edge guy.
That's an S stand.
That's an S tier stand. Oh my goodness, Metallica was great. I felt I'm gonna be honest. I felt bad for the whole crew in part 5, because they didn't. Half of them didn't really deserve to die.
No.
They were just doing their job.
No, here's the thing that was like Metallica's group, they weren't even like trying to kill the main group because of like they were working for the boss. They were trying to betray the boss, and they fought them during the first part when they were trying to get the daughter to the boss.
Yeah.
So, but then they betrayed and
yeah.
God damn. I actually really do feel bad for the secondary group.
Yeah, Metallica. Oh, it's so cool.
Next Green Day. Green Day is also kind of terrifying.
It's awful. I hate it because it's like if you go to a lower level, you die.
You die. I hate the fucking stand. He's like the most evil piece of shit.
Oh
ever.
My goodness. Yeah, he's awful. I would put him. Honestly, he would immobilize Killer Queen. I feel like.
Yeah.
So I would put him under the baby. Right? Because I'm like, Killer Queen, like, he can set off explosives.
Yeah.
But if he can't move to lower levels to put those explosives.
He's screwed. Yeah, no, you're absolutely correct about that.
Yeah, it's a terrifying stand. Oh my goodness.
It's scary.
Yeah. Next, Oasis. This guy.
He swims through ground.
Yeah, very powerful. I like how he's more versatile than all the aquatic water-themed JoJo stands. Let's put him. Honestly, I'm gonna put him somewhere in A. Where do you think he should be in A?
God, where should he be in A? I feel like. Where should he go in A? I'm actually at a loss of this one.
Sticky fingers.
Yeah.
Because
Neuroncha's not going to be able to do much. To do anything. His is a sky-based stand. No, you're right.
Yeah. I don't know. I also thought he was freaky.
Hold on a second, Mitchell.
All good.
Rolling Stones. It tells the future that you're going to die. It's basically Boingo's book, but like a moving stone.
I'll put it above Boingo then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't really attack them. It's just kind of there. It's like a prophecy. Yeah. Next.
Well, according to the wiki, because I'm looking at it right now, this is a stand that showed up in Polnareff's story talking about a person that touched the stand arrow, or got injured with the stand arrow, started developing a stand. And that's all we see and hear of it. I would say F because we, again, know nothing about it.
That is completely fair. I didn't realize there's so many stands we don't know about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it here. Next we have
Stone
Ocean. We made it to part 6. We made it. We're what?
God, I checked and we're like at 2 hours. I'm gonna have to break this up.
Yeah. Let's see.
All right, Stone Free.
Stone Free. I would say. Okay. Hot take. I don't like Stone Free. I think Stone Free is one of the worst stands, and I think it's funny because one of the most overpowered stands of all time is in this part, and it's the villain.
Yeah.
And Jolene has such a shitty
Jolene has
stand.
to fight it with a stand that is string
pretty
punch.
Shitty.
Yeah. String punch. Yes.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna put it. Honestly, above Silver Chariot. Wait, what's this guy's stand again?
That was the suck guy, the suck you dry guy.
Deflated. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, as a stand alone, I would say it's over
Injured Silver Chariot.
Injured Silver Chariot. I'm already, dude. We have to make it through. We have to finish this.
We're 2 hours in.
We're 2 hours in. We gotta finish this. Yeah.
We got this.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like it's just not useful. I mean, it's useful, but it's only because of Jolene's ability to overcome rather than the stand itself.
Yeah. It's a lame Hierophant Green, as I think as you described it.
Yeah. Are you fine with it being in C?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to the next one, Star Platinum.
Star Platinum.
Weekend Star Platinum too.
Weekend Star Platinum. Yes.
Because he's much older. Honestly,
I know he lost to Poochie when he was like still weak. So this is before Poochie has like the unbeatable fucking Made in Heaven. So.
Yeah. I would actually put him under Dio for the world.
Okay.
Because I feel like if Dio fought him when he was at this point, he'd lose.
Dio probably would have won.
Because part 6 nerfs him.
It does a lot.
Yeah. But he can still freeze time, and that's still pretty overpowered. Next.
Kiss. The sticker
Which
stand.
I love the sticker stand. I think the sticker stand is actually really useful.
This is a fun stand. I enjoy this stand.
I would put it.
I like Urban's.
It's so funny. Part 6 actually has some of the weakest stands in the entire part.
It does.
Honestly,
which is really unfortunate considering who the hell the final villain is.
The final villain is, yes. I would put it over
Oh, a Bacchio stand.
A Bacchio stand under Golden Experience.
All right, that's fair.
It's B. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Are we cool with that? All right. Let's move on to the next one. The piano.
Burning down the house. That's Emporio's room.
Yeah, it's his room. It's just a room.
It's Mr. President.
It's basically again. Mr. President again, but I like it since it's a piano, so it's gonna go above.
It does have a piano. Hold on another second.
All right, friends. So it looks like we're basically slogging through. We just started part 6, but honestly, we're gonna put a pin on this and do a part 2 because there are a lot of stands and we want to be able to cover them all. A lot of stands.
Got to take a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of a breather.
Yeah. So here's our list so far. I'm gonna post a picture of it. Let me know your guys' thoughts on our stands for part 3 through a little bit into 6. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you guys think the best stand is so far? What do you think is the worst? Do you agree with our opinions? Yes or no? And I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching, friends.